feeling tonight? Come on, I think we can do a little better than that. How we feeling tonight? Cool. Now, sometimes after a show, I get one of two questions. The first question is, how did you find out you could make any of those noises? And the second question is there a track going on behind you while you make those noises on stage? And the answer is no, there are no tracks. All of those drum sounds you hear tonight are in fact coming from my mouth. Swallowed a whole entire drum kit for your entertainment. Now, tonight I'm gonna build a beat for you all. Is that okay? Is that all right? Excellent. Now this will be accompanied by story time, all right? So listen up. All right. When I was 4 years old, I used to ride around in the car with my mom. She would play the radio and I would sing at the top of my lungs. One day she looks back at me, she's like, wow, we really love singing. Let's put them in gospel choir. So on Sundays, I'd go to church and I would sing in the choir. And I loved singing, but I would always look over in the corner and I would see the drummer going crazy. And frankly, he was the coolest man alive. So every Sunday I would go to church, every Sunday I'd see the drummer doing his thing, and eventually I became very interested in taking drum lessons. My mother was not interested. But unfortunately, she let me see this movie called Police Academy. And so in this movie, there's this character played by the legendary Michael Winslow, and this dude can make like any noises with his mouth. It was one of the most impressive, amazing things I'd ever seen. So I figured if my mother would not give me drum lessons, I would learn to build a drum set with my mouth. Now, the very first sound I learned, it's very easy. The sound is the hi-hat. The sound is... You try it. Great work. Now, eventually I started getting pretty good, and it started to sound like... Now you try it. Okay. All right, so once I learned that sound, I started looking at different parts of the drum set. Of course, there are the crash cymbals. And then there are the tom drums. And then there's the snare drum. The snare drum can make a few different noises. A lot. But for tonight, we're just going to use the sound. So you take the two sounds, and with a bit of practice, you put them together, and they start to sound like... Y'all are enjoying this so much more than my mother did. Now, fast forward to high school, I was a freshman, and as you can imagine, a freshman making weird noises walking down the hallway might not be very popular. Fortunately for me, during lunchtime, there was something called a cipher. Now, a cipher is when all the cool kids, they go home, they write raps in their notebooks, they come back to school, the next day at lunch, they circle up and they spit their rhymes. Now, I couldn't rap, but I could make these really weird noises with my mouth, and they always needed someone to drop a beat. So I went home and I was like, I will be cool! I started listening to hip-hop records, coming up with different noises like, you know, stuff like that. But the sound that really helped to round out my entire kit, of course, was the bass drum, which is... So I took a collection of noises, and it made me one of the most popular kids in high school. It was dope. So you take the three sounds, and with a bit of practice, you put them together, and it starts to sound like...
Alright, this next song is the single off of our newest album, Holiday Road. It's called Christmas is Different, and on the album it features the one and only Mr. Hunter Hayes, who is not here this evening. But We can do you one better. We got Mr. Jerome Collins.
Christmas is different when you're missing somebody. Everybody's out, spreading out a daisy. Christmas is different when you're missing somebody. Oh, what I wouldn't do just to have you here with me. There's food on the table, drinks at the bar, Charlie Brown on the TV, snowflakes in the yard, up on the tree. Angel, you came to me last Christmas Eve. It's hard to believe. Whoa, Christmas is different when you're missing somebody. Everybody's out, spreading out the dainty. Oh, Christmas is different when you're missing somebody. Oh, what I wouldn't do just to have you here with me. The family's together, warm by the fire, passing around pictures. There's you and I. Champagne in my glass, toast to the good times we had at Christmas Eve. So hazy. Christmas is different when you're missing somebody. Everybody's out here spreading out the daisies. Christmas is different when you're missing somebody. Have you here with me? Ooh, I forget. Have you here with me? Merry Christmas, wherever you may be.